All right, we'll call to order the Redevelopment Commission meeting for June the 10th. First order of business is the approval of the minutes from our May 13th meeting. Those have been circulated to the board beforehand. If there's no changes or comments, can I get a motion to approve as written?
So moved.
Second? Dan? All in favor? Aye, so moved. Next order, in front of us are claims. Claims total $58,436.24. Just various claims. Are there any questions or comments on the claims? If there be none, I'd like a motion to approve and pay.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye, so moved. Turn it over to you, Mr. Steinhardt.
Yeah, good afternoon. You will see in your packet an updated REDI financial statement. A couple things to point out this month. We will, next month, this will change drastically. We are closing on our bonds this week, and so that will be, money will be deposited into that account, so that will show up in the actual column for that next month. And then you will also note that as a part of action today, we have included the Indiana Department of Natural Resources line item in the plan to include the tree project, and we'll explain more of that later on. And then next month, we should have our June tax draw as well reflected. So that would be those changes. You will note that there's been some more construction activity on the couple grants that we received from JCBT, and we hope to, sorry about that, we hope to be in a position to accept bids and go to bid for Welch Park, so those activities should start happening this fall. So if there's any other questions, we're certainly on plan and are continuing all the various dialogues with all the projects.
No questions from me. Any other questions from anybody on the financial report? No? Great. So, next order, old business. We don't have anything in front of us, right, Tony? Is nothing on the agenda?
Nothing at this time, no.
Okay, do you want to walk us through the new business?
Yeah, I will. Before you, we're happy to report that the city received acceptance of a grant from the Department of Natural Resources to plant 50 native trees. Our tree board applied for that. As a part of that, we're asking the Redevelopment Commission to accept that grant to plant trees at Johnson Lake, in and around and along the Heritage Trail properties and West 3rd Street. The good news is that this is a reimbursable grant, so there is actually no cost to the city or the RDC. But being a reimbursable grant, we will be using the cash flow from the RDC to pay for those trees and then get reimbursed. So at the end of the day, there's $0. It's just a reimbursable. We'll use cash flow to do that. The first planting will be this fall, and they have already received approval from the state on their contractors, and so we'll be starting this fall with Johnson Lake and some areas around Heritage Trail on tree plantings. So I would need a motion to accept the grant from the Indiana Department of Natural Resources.
Can we get a, so we have a option?
I just need a motion, yeah.
Yes, motion, so can we get a approval of said motion?
I will second that.
All in favor? Aye. So moved. Nice job on grant writing.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for us. Those trees are 2-inch caliber trees. They're going to be nice sized trees, and they're all native. So it's a real nice opportunity for us to get some tree canopy throughout the city. The other is Resolution 2025-4R, authorizing the city to dispose of certain property. That property is on Shun Pike Road as part of the Madison Industrial properties that we own. At this time, we've had only one bid, and that was from the Ralstons for that, and they have offered the city $4,000 more than the appraised value. So our recommendation and the legal counsel's recommendation that we accept their offer of $26,000 for the 2-acre parcel. And Amy Ralston's here today to just tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing on that parcel. Yeah, just right there to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you. I am Amy Ralston. My husband and I will be constructing two 50 by 100 buildings on the property for the purpose and use of commercial and residential construction business.
And you're also, as I understand, going to start a cabinetry business as well as a part of that.
Probably down the road, but
Yep.
yes.
Great. And the business is already, it's an existing business right now, right?
Correct.
Just
Correct,
moving
at
into
our
new space.
residence. Just hoping to get away from that.
Understand.
Yeah.
Great.
Any other questions for Amy? Okay.
No?
If
Thank you,
you have none, I'd ask for you to move a motion on 2025-4R and accept that, and we can move to closing.
So we can get a motion to accept Resolution 2025-4R.
I will make a motion.
All in favor? Aye. So moved. Thank you.
Just to give you a quick update, I think there's 2 tracks left, correct? That we have, Track A and Track C, Track B, and Track D.
Yes, Track A and Track D. Track
Yes.
C is the one that Ralston is
Yes.
going to be taking.
River City Printing's on the other one, and New Madison Brewery is on that is on the top far north one. I have no other new business.
Any, mayor's not here, but any city matters, anything you want to cover or share?
We're continuing, just a quick update, continuing to have conversations with the role of a city with a potential developer for the housing on the Hilltop, a single-family housing neighborhood that will continue. We hope to have some economic development agreements in place here in the next 30 or so days for consideration by the RDC. We are currently in rezoning of the riverfront property and the zone in the downtown. And again, if that zoning is approved, then we would continue and to finalize opportunities with developers for that parcel as well, and those EDAs would be coming, by Q3 of this year. So that's where we are on the housing front. Both moving forward, a little slower than we would anticipate, but there's a lot of hurdles and pieces and parts to go through. So
Any updates on the housing up behind the shopping development?
yeah, so if you, I drove up there yesterday, and slabs in on, I think, a building, so they're moving along. I think the plumbing's roughed in on all the buildings, so that site should start in the next 30 days to have wood going up, so it should change pretty drastically here in the next 60 days on that site. So on schedule, I've run into no unforeseen issues, and I did talk to the developer last week. They hope to have the website up with information on applications and all of that here by the end of June or early July. At that point, there'll be some three-dimensional views of the apartments and those sorts of things, so inside. So that should be a nice website, and they will let us know when that is ready to go live so we can get the publicity out there for that. Because we get lots of calls here asking when the apartments will be, available to try to get their name on a list or to lease. So we know the demand is out there and the anticipation's high, so.
Great. And the bond, you said, will be flowing through for next month?
Yeah, the documents were signed on Thursday, and I believe, I'll let Emily give an update.
Yes, and I actually have, I think, one more thing that
We
the
have to
lawyer
sign.
sent over for you to sign, John, and then I promise you'll be free from that, but yes.
Okay. Perfect. Any other questions or comments? Nope. Being no other business, our next meeting is July the 8th, 3 PM. Could I get a motion to adjourn? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
Of course.
Just a couple of questions.
Would you, Sandy, just go to the mic and state your name and address, please, for the record?
Sandy Palmer, 105 East 3rd Street. Just curious on the parcels that you're still not for sale, the A and D, they're listed as owned by Madison Industrial LLC, or in the county things, they're listed as City of Madison, but I just wonder who are the principals of the LLC? I mean, it does have an LLC number and everything.
I will I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
It just says Madison Industrial. I could
Are
see
you-
it better if I could see, but that's it. Properties. And there's an LLC number, and it's valid, and it's a registered agent by Kai Kemper. Anyway, just curious about that. And then, how does the organization, the city, decide when they put a tract up for sale and not?
It depends on interest or opportunities that come about, and so we, from time to time have parties that have shown interest, and then we will determine, again, that is part of the industrial park and small business, so, we tend to we've had interest, for things that don't create jobs or have opportunity for creating jobs. These parcels are intended to create jobs and employment in the community, so we look for those opportunities.
So the
Re-
Ralstons
review
approached
those.
you, and then that's
They
how it
approached
decided.
us. We've had others that have approached us that don't create jobs. So, those are the key components are jobs.
Okay, and that was listed in
Yeah.
the offering sheet. And then,
If I could interrupt for just a second. Tony, I think that Madison Industrial is actually the property adjacent to the parcels that we're talking about.
Okay, I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not ever.
okay, so that's on the other side of the street.
Well,
And they're
it'd be
just,
on
I
the
mean,
west end of parcels A and D.
I mean, I can.
Okay.
If you've got them, I guess I have
Well,
the
this was
map.
just what-
I have the map in here. I didn't realize. I forgot I had that.
all right, because like I said, on the tax GIS thing, it shows City of Madison is,
Yes, the parcels.
And they do.
And they do, yes.
I just
The-
wondered-
The parcels to the west are Madison Industrial Properties LLC. The parcels right along Shum Pike are all owned by the city of Madison.
okay.
As well as the parcel to the east of Shun Pike. There's about 50 acres.
Yeah, about 60 or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And the other question I had is the financial report from Reedy Financial, is that available online, or is that, that comes to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to share that with you.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from anybody? Thank you. Got a motion to adjourn, second? All in favor? Aye, thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan. I had never heard of that.
17
Group.
minutes.